Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Aleš. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
That's good. That's good. I think you sent over some of that heat wave you had in Slovenia earlier to us, because we are now beginning a heat wave here in Ontario, Canada.
Okay, cool.
Fact,
It's getting a bit colder here.
You're colder there now. Okay, well, we'll swap weather. So
well, still short sleeves, but
yeah, where we go? There's Finnegan. He's out on the tile floor because that's a little cooler for him to hang out. Anyways, well, welcome to everyone who's joining us live. So far, that's Bill and Trisha and someone else, maybe.
I noticed that they were waiting for us yesterday.
Were they?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. Apparently, in YouTube, the link was for yesterday, something like that.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's John saying they were chatting yesterday. Sorry, John. But Ask Aleš is always the Wednesday, but oh well.
Yeah, they figured it out.
You figured it out. That's good. Well, I'm glad you came back this morning then, yes. And hello to everyone who's watching this after the fact on YouTube. So that's great. There's David has just joined us as well, and Alan. Super. So great. So for those of you who are here live and can ask questions, please put your question in the chat and we will get Aleš to answer that. That's what it's all about, is asking Aleš. We do have 3 questions or comments in the post. So should we just dive straight into those, Aleš?
Sure.
Okay, great. Okay. So the first one is from BWJ Molier. And he says, "Hi, Aleš. I'm using the search option of WikiTree Plus a lot, and I love it. So that's good. I search in the format," and then he put in thing. And I didn't have a chance to make a banner for this. I don't know if you did, Aleš. No. Okay. Well, you'll just have to. So surname, location equals place name is how he does the search. And that helps find connections. And recently I started programming Python to get results for a set of surnames. Now, here's the question. Is it okay to scrape WikiTree Plus, and do you have pointers? The first step so far has been to get a simple number of profiles in the JSON format and reading the part of the response found, :0. Yours from Amsterdam. So thanks from BWJ Molier in Amsterdam. So the question, is it okay to scrape WikiTree Plus?
Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, as long as you won't make too much requests, it will work. Once the server will start to slow down, I will probably lock the ability. It is WikiTree Plus is used by a few WikiTree applications and the extension for various things, and so it works. But of course, you should not overdo it.
Yes, we don't.
Okay, here the question was actually about. He's searching like that. And the question, as I understood, was connected to the tree size. So if we here
there we go, that's better. Yeah.
Connected. No, it's too zoomed. So the question was, if you search for. Let's search for Trtnik unconnected, and here you get unconnected profiles, and the link to the tree that represent. Okay, this is still too little. Let's put Slovenia. And you get here the tree ID that groups the some profiles together, but the size of this tree was not displayed. Now I changed it so it displays here. So for instance, this tree has 130 profiles, while this one has 10 profiles, this one has 29. And you can actually click on the tree and you will get those 29 profiles. So the question was actually if they can perform this click automatically. But
Nice.
I put the size here. So you see it instantly. And also, this was a question also in another G2G post, so I will discuss there.
Sure.
I also improved the grouping for connected. So now if you connect by show, you get here so we have 180 profiles are in this tree, and the total tree size is 420. So 60 profiles are not in Slovenia.
Okay,
the
right.
location is spelled differently. So this is the difference between this and this number.
Okay.
So here you get the profiles also with the link to first 5 of within the group.
Nice.
And okay, later on they also asked for sorting, so I added sorting. You can sort now this by, so the biggest it goes by tree size, total tree size, or you can sort by count, and this is initial view, is the size of the profiles found with the query with this value.
Right. So those profiles are in this case, would be the unconnected ones in that.
Yeah, actually 23
treaty.
profiles are unconnected,
The Slovenian
but
right?
21 have Slovenia on it. So
Right.
2 are either without location or it's spelled differently.
Oh, okay. Right. Wow. That's very handy.
Yeah, so
Those
this is
well.
this was done this week, I think.
Very nice.
So it's easy so we can check Canada, unconnected, or let's reduce it. Let's put Ontario.
Yeah, let's even still
unconnected. And okay, if you are watching the tree size, you can remove the unlinked ones. Those are the profiles without any connection. So we can add to the query not unlinked. And
so that means they're totally orphans then?
Yeah, those are without any relative unlinked ones. So we have this. What's the total number now? Let's increase this 50,000. Okay, we have 30,000 Ontario unconnected profiles, and now if we perform the group by connected, it should take a second or two, and here you have them.
Okay.
So, and we can sort them by connected size. Oh, this is slow.
Oh, is it?
Well, it's a bigger table now.
Oh, right, yeah.
It should sort them eventually.
Okay. Eventually it'll get there. Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I need to use a different sort.
Oh. Using the bubble sort, are you?
Maybe, I don't know. I just used something.
Yeah, that's right.
From the internet. I didn't even check if.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
There we go.
Shouldn't
Okay.
do that.
It did it. Yeah. So the largest tree, is what, 75? A subtree
I
of
don't know.
75?
It's not. It's still not sorted. So.
Oh, it's still not sorted. Oh, okay.
Unless it didn't even start.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now it is. It's reversed. So let's sort it. So the smallest three are Let's go to the end.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right. So the biggest tree is 660 profiles.
Oh, okay.
For Ontario. And
Just one of
only
them.
one of those profiles has Ontario in the
In
name.
Ontario. Okay. Wow. You really want to, if we could just find one connection in that 662, then we'd have all those people join the global tree.
Yeah. Well, you can check if you click the tree link, you will see it's actually all over the place, more England one.
All over the place, yeah.
So just probably one profile, one person migrated to Canada.
One person came to Ontario, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is about the scraping the site.
Well, I think that has answered the third question. Thank you so much for adding branch sizes for unconnected branches.
Yeah, that was connected.
So back
related to this.
Yeah, it is related. Yeah. Back to the first question though, when he says, so that's the thank you came from S. Stevenson, by the way. BWJ Molier, is it okay to scrape WikiTree Plus? If he's going to make use of a lot of data, which would slow down WikiTree Plus, maybe a better route would be to join the apps project and get, because you can have what's the word? You can have access to a copy of the data, right?
Yes, you can, but that's actually quite problematic to manage because these are huge files.
Oh, okay.
So unless you have really a lot of database experience and strong computers, you won't do much.
I guess it depends on what he's planning on doing with it.
Well, I would say that if someone has such a plan, he should contact me and we'll find the solution.
I think that's the best. I really think that's the best route here, depending on what he's planning on doing. I mean, he's talking about
because there are other possibilities. So, for instance, once you perform a search, you can have results in HTML or Excel or in ASCII file or just as JSON. So this is for computer. If you continue to use profiles with programmatically, the JSON is the most optimal. So this is a query result for these Canadian profiles. You just get the IDs, but it's in a form that is easily parsed by computers.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so the second question was from Jeff Eicheler. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce your last name. That's the first one for me. First one I've seen that name. It's not the first time I've mispronounced names. That happens often, unfortunately. Aleš, do you know if there's been discussion of adding graph labels to the WikiTree Plus statistics page?
Yeah. Okay, so these are the statistics pages, and here we have 4 graphs and the data preview. So I noticed, I also checked later, and I saw that it's not labeled. Although if you go to help page, you have description of each graph. So.
So you can get to the labels if you
that part I did. Statistics. Okay, so here for all 4 graphs are described what each one means. But basically, the second one is so the last one is the total number. So here we have 35 million profiles. I'm now checking against privacy. So here we see the numbers for privacy, how many profiles are with a certain privacy level. Here you can also turn on and off some groups. So you can just examine one. So if, for instance, 40, and so on. Then the second graph, this one displays the change against the previous week.
Oh.
So here we see we have each week we have approximately 60,000 new profiles. The exceptions are connectatons. So these are all these spikes here that we see. Where in those weeks, actually in 2, because the database dump is right in the middle.
Right.
Those 2 weeks we have double the amount of new profiles.
Right.
So you can see that here on this graph. And again, if you turn on off certain groups, you can examine only one. So we can see how unlisted profiles, these are green ones, so protected profiles they're generally reducing all the time, because we have some automation in place that opens the profiles where the date became 150 years old. So
right.
Each week 100 profiles is opened, or for that, just for that reason. Then we have 2 more graphs. So the third one has contains 100%, so you can see the distribution between values. So okay, this is here you don't really see much, but
it's a slight incline, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, it's hard to see on this value, since on some other graphs you can see the change more nicely, but here it appears as a straight line. So, but here you can't increase it. But for instance, if we check the value, so we have 2.13% now, and a year ago it was 3.17. So it is the share is decreasing over time of private profiles, and the open profiles is 90.3 compared to 88. So 2% more profiles are opened now.
Right.
And here, this one, first graph actually displays the change against the previous week. So here you can see how the
connectathons again.
Connectatons do tend to make more open profiles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if we just display one, we can see the share of 60 of open profiles is increasing for 0.05% each week. So very little. But this one is decreasing each week for public profiles. So here. Now, since we are at the graphs, you can also here set the time frame.
Oh, okay.
So we can now we were just checking for this year statistics. Now we can also include.
That was just all in 1 year.
Oh, yeah, okay. This was this year. You can also include all the last year, or any year from in the past, or actually there is also the all option.
Ooh, nice.
That displays the chart from beginning.
Wow.
So here, for instance, this jump was the GDPR.
Oh,
when a lot of private profiles were deleted. So I think this one. So here we can see that 1.3 million profiles were deleted when GDPR came.
That hurts.
and also some with bigger privacy. Okay. So you can see such jumps here on the chart, and also examining the data on the longer period. And okay, here are all the values that you can check. So
that was just privacy you're using.
Yeah, this was just privacy. You can we can, for instance, compare the Oh, I should reduce the. Let's not make it for all values. So the gender, the relation actually doesn't. The ratio between males and females almost doesn't change. So it's 46 all the time.
That's good.
But the undefined are also growing.
Oh, undefined. Interesting.
So, yeah, where the gender is not entered. So you can examine all sorts of data here. So these are these are mostly the database dump related. So for instance, you can go for birth location or birth date. Okay. So we have 30 million profiles have birth location set, and 1.8 million is missing the data. And this is so these are statistics for database dump. Then you can also review suggestions by era or by privacy, however you wish.
Okay.
These are a bit grouped suggestions, so you can examine them for a certain country. I think. And here the suggestions are grouped. So name are 700 suggestions. Location is 600 ones. So you should be familiar with suggestions to know what this means, but that's those are the ones.
And the ones at the top, which are the most common suggestions? Those, the green.
The date one.
Oh, the date.
No, actually, unique which links. Find the gray ones. Yeah, sure. Find the grave are this with. There we have almost 1 million find the grave suggestions.
Oh, really? Wow.
Overall. So, I don't have this view for totals, just by certain reports that we create. Yeah, these are the reports for which I prepare the suggestions.
Right.
So all those names appear here. So for Germany, you have by state,
nice.
Also for England and so on. Okay, so these are statistics on WikiTree Plus.
Very nice. Yeah, because we haven't delved into that little chunk of it before. Very cool. But are you going to put labels on the graphs now? That's what he wanted to know.
Yeah, maybe.
As being a data scientist, as a math teacher, if a student handed in a graph and didn't label it properly, I'd have to take off a mark or two. So.
Oh, really? So you will take a mark off for me. Okay. I can live with that.
You can live with the mark off. Oh, Jeff.
No.
He's ignoring us. He's not going to label it. Oh, no.
No, maybe I can. I just don't know where. I mean, it will reduce still some space for the graphs. So,
yeah.
Is it worth the space?
I don't know.
And how would one name this?
How
I
would you
don't
label?
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the names for this kind of graphs.
Well, let me think about that. Maybe I don't know if I can come up with a solution right off the top, but I mean, ideally,
Well, if you get an idea, you can let me know, and
I'll
I
let you
will
know. That's what
label
I'm
them.
thinking. Yeah, I'm going to buy myself some time, but yeah. My initial thought is like where to put the label would either be at the top of the
I
graph
don't know,
or at
either
the
in
top
the
of the
here
or
or
in the
I don't
legend.
know. I'm not sure if I can put it in the legend part, but maybe.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's a third-party component that they use
Oh, is it?
for
Okay.
graphs, and I don't know what is programmable and what isn't.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
let me think about that. What would I do if a student handed that in? What would my suggestion be for him to get full marks? So there we go. Okay. So people in the chat, welcome to those who have joined us since we started. Laura and Amy and Sue, Lisa, Yoka has joined us as well. So welcome. And John Tyner. Did I say hi to you already, John? Anyways, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. I think now we have covered the three that were in the G2G post. Let me just refresh that in case someone's.
I think in the August one another question was asked.
Okay, good.
After the fact.
Okay, let me go back and see that. August. Oh, and you closed it so people wouldn't ask anymore. I'll say, okay, August 26th, Dagmar Thorsdottir did ask the question. I need to cut down my watch list. It has reached dangerous heights, 8,285. Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. And counting. The possibilities to filter the watch list are very limited. But what I would like to do is to remove everyone except those that are in my CC7. Alternatively, I would like to remove everyone except direct ancestors / descendants of whomever I pick. Is this possible?
So it is not possible to adjust the watch list or managed list using WikiTree Plus, but it is possible to find the profiles. So
okay,
we can search for all of his profiles. So it's like this, and exclude the ones that are in his CC7.
Okay.
So not CC7 of. Okay, so these are the profiles. It's quite a few of them, it seems.
Oh, at first I thought, well, there's only 49, but that was 49 pages, wasn't it? Yeah, at the top there.
6,000.
Yeah, there we go. That's, yeah. That's a large.
7,000. Okay, so his
CC7.
no, his CC7 is actually not that large. It's 1,500.
Oh, okay. Right. I was going backward. Yes.
But his managed list is huge. So
right.
This 6,000. Here are 6,000 profiles that he could probably.
So that's the ones he wants to
remove from his watch list. So okay, he can go by these results and remove them one by one, or if he. But on the other hand, if he for changes in trusted lists that goes into hundreds or thousands, he can contact me and I will do that for him instantly.
Okay.
Because if he says, okay, this is the list I want to remove, I can just enter this query on my end and I have a program in place that can remove him from the trusted list. So if this changes goes into thousands, he should contact me.
Okay.
Or another team member probably.
Okay, great. Well, that's super. That's very kind of you.
Well, we usually help the people with watch list with 15, 20,000 because that's impossible to do manually. So
yeah,
we discuss it with them, and once we set what could be removed, we then remove it.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So Dagmar, you you have a solution there. Aleš will help you out with that. So that makes me think of something else. So you must use a program similar to that. Like if a WikiTreeer passes away, then you must have to do something in the background to handle like all of those profiles.
For those, there we have different tools on WikiTree Plus. So team members can close the account or actually say, actually when you remove the email address from the account, it actually automatically closes. So that's for deceased members. And the watch lists get deleted and everything else. So it's already built in to WikiTree.
Ah, okay.
So we don't do that separately, except that in those cases there is a problem with unlisted profiles that the user manages, and those go actually automatically to the WikiTree account that manages all those unlisted profiles, and then team members are slowly deleting those profiles or opening them if because they're often unlisted but shouldn't be.
Right. And if you've put on your profile that you want this certain person to take over your profiles after you pass, does that happen automatically, or is there a field?
No, that's most likely that is done by one of the team member.
Okay.
Well, it's always done by one of the team member. Now, if the profile says who inherits your profiles, then they probably do that.
Right. Yeah. But no profiles get automatically deleted without someone reviewing that, right?
No, only in case you are closing your account.
Right.
Those get deleted without anyone seeing them, but for closed accounts, I think those profiles go to WikiTree account. But okay, I mean it's a problem to find those profiles there because it's a lot of them.
Yeah. Okay. Trisha has a question. I think if you were showing some SQL queries last time. I warned you that someone was going to ask about this. And actually, I suggested because, the internet was not working well the last time we were chatting. If I want to see all unsourced Florida profiles for those who passed between 1912 and 1922, what would I type? Unsourced Florida.
Okay. That will give 1,000 profiles.
Okay.
Cool.
Already, you're much less than Dagmar's watch list, so you're ahead of the game.
And then you have to add you can. So now with such an explicit, I mean, you could add 1910 or 1920. Okay. 1920s. So
1920s. Okay.
No, those who passed between.
Who died between 1912 and 1922.
So died 1920.
She's making it hard because she's not choosing like a whole decade. She's in a little bit of this decade and a little bit of that.
The problem is with the part of this query returns everyone that was alive in 1920s. So,
Okay.
but that is not enough.
That's not going to work. No.
I just need to check something. Fine. How the decades work, I forget this each time. Okay, so here are the decades without much description. Okay, so I could use.
The reason
But
why,
I have
while you're
here
switching to that, in case people can't see this in the chat, the reason Trish is asking for those specific dates is because that aligns with when Florida started to keep the death records. So I presumably anytime before 1912, there's no actual death records to find. So, so the sources aren't there yet. That's smart, so Trisha.
Died. Okay, died 90. Okay, it can. These are all profiles. Died in 1950s. Okay, so should work. Died 1920s. It doesn't. Okay, this is special. Okay, now I remember. This is special case for private profiles where only a decade is known. So,
she's also asking this because she wants to see you sweat. That's cruel.
Okay, but since we have only 1,000 profiles here, so we can use SQL equals.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the number?
So the 1912 to 1922.
Okay.
So we want the death date.
So now we have to write a correct query. So it should go. Okay, correct query would be. This is something only I can do, but.
Oh yeah, doing the search.
Clear. So that. And that date number. Okay.
Right. Yeah, you were talking about death date number last time.
Oh, we can.
And so that gives you, like, if I remember, so is it an 8-digit number?
Yeah. So it's 19.
If you only know the year, then it's the 4-digit year plus 0000.
Yeah.
But if you know the month, then you can fill in the first 2 digits of the month.
Yeah, but you can do it like 9999. We'll get all in 19, including 1922.
Right.
Okay, so
there we go.
This is the query that should be used. So I did write so SQL equals in double quotes and this condition.
Okay.
So
14. Really?
Yep, these are those.
There we go. Hardly any at all. Can you put that query in a banner? Because it was pretty tiny on the screen for us to see.
Okay.
I'll hide Trisha's original question.
So I did put it in chat, actually.
Oh, did you? Oh, there you go. I didn't see that you put it there.
So this is the field. Huh?
Look at that query. No one's going to make that up.
Yeah.
Default. As number in. Wow, that's very cool.
Well, it's part of the database syntax that we use.
Right. Yes, that's right.
But it's, I mean, here I have hundreds of fields. So
hundreds of fields. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I decided not to document them.
Not to publish them. Yeah, really.
I will, if I'm asked, I will tell.
You're right. That's right. Okay. That's right. So what I wouldn't have thought of is the default at the front there.
Okay, you can actually you can omit that part. But on the other hand, you can also that part actually defines the relative. So we have for father. So if you go, so in father dataset, I think. Okay, I don't have dates published here, but you could have. I'm not.
Are you thinking like for some fields, if you didn't put default, you might get the parents?
Yeah, here you can put other other names like children, spouses, siblings, father, mother, and so on. But not all fields are available in those data sets. So,
right.
For children, I do have that date. So here.
So Yoka has a related question then. So you could look up people whose father died in 1920.
Yep. So, for instance, this query would find the old one. So
that's an excellent question, Yoka.
So now you will get with this query, you should get the. Oh no, actually it's that. Here it's without that num. Okay, so. Okay. So this query should return profile. So now we had 14, and now we will search for profiles that had a child that died in that period. So.
Oh, okay.
You can now with this you can complicate things as much as you want, but you have to know a few things.
Okay, so that one's for children who died. So wait a minute. So the people here, so Ella Louise, for example, the first one, she herself had
she
a
should
child.
have a child that died in this period.
Okay.
We can check that.
Okay. And if we change the children in square brackets to father, then you'd have what Yoka had asked about.
You would get an error because it's not available, but I can add that if needed.
Oh, I see. That specific link wasn't.
So,
yeah, I see.
1927, 1918. This one is so. This child died in that period, right?
Right.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
So,
but
here it's a problem if you make a mistake like this.
Yeah.
You will get just an error. Without any documentation.
No, just say something's wrong. Good luck in finding that. Yes. Yeah. Or boom, as Trisha says. But I think boom I think she was answering that was a pause. Bill came back to us and said that if you wanted to do 1 year at a time, you could use that simple query to answer her question from 1912 to 19.
Of course, this would get by each year.
Yeah.
Okay, but mainly the question was how to use SQL.
Yeah,
here
exactly.
Adding the 1912 would display. Okay, and then you could combine this with or 1913 or 1914 and so on, and you would get all the profiles. I mean, it depends.
There was only 14,
a few
right?
Yeah, it was to 22, so I should write a few more. It should work. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Now we should get the same profiles as we did before.
Okay.
And we can see here by each OR statement, each OR group, how many were found. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
None in those years.
Okay.
I didn't write 1918 correctly.
You did 17 twice.
Yep. Because before we had a bit more, I think.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Okay,
19,
so
18.
Trisha has a semi-related question, and Alan has a question as well. So this is great. We're generating some good questions here. Okay, from Trisha, are the unsourced reports page that generate in each state, are those manually done? Because they sometimes they generate at 9 and sometimes at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I start creation manually, so and then they're getting done for a few hours, and it depends. It's not automated because as I import database dump and calculate the errors, some things may go wrong, and also some things, for instance, I do validate the all new URLs, and there's tens of thousands of that, and that can take different times. So it can, I can't really tell when the suggestions will be finished, and after I publish, I usually start all the creation of all the reports. But for countries. So those reports are, for those that don't know, those are these reports that do, so this, the question was about this group of reports.
Right.
So suggestion list, unsourced, unconnected, also project reports gets done after the import is done. So all these reports and some other do get created after I publish, within a day usually.
Right. And those are Tuesdays usually, right?
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay. So Alan is saying that he used this for the sourceathon for the Wiki Games, and intends to use it again. He has a question about text search. So this is the string that he's been using. Unsourced, country equals England, region equals Cheshire, 1820s.
This should work.
It should work, but what he only wants those profiles with a birth date providing the year, month, and day, such as 15th October, but not those with just say 1807 or just say the month. So he only wants those profiles that have a fully fleshed out birth date.
Okay.
So I guess, so if that's his starting query.
Okay, so let me get this to, oh, I can't copy. Can I copy this? No. No.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I can put him in timeout, but that's not what I want to do.
No, never mind.
Right.
So it was unsourced.
Country equals England. And region equals Cheshire. Cheshire, that's CHESHIRE. Like the Cheshire cat. There's an H there, SH. Cheshire, it looks like, but I think they pronounce it Cheshire. SH there. Okay. And he put that in quotes, but I'm not sure if he needed it in quotes or not.
Okay. It does. No, I mean, some regions have two words, so those should be in quotes. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. And
then 1820s.
1820s. So, and 1820s means that the person was alive during it in this decade.
Okay.
Okay, and now so here you can see. So he would like to exclude these dates that don't have the month and day.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so
that's exactly what he wants. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to query builder, filter. Okay, so we will need birth date.
And we change that to default instead of children.
Yeah. So birth date as number. So it must have 2 zeros at the end. So let's put it as string.
Oh. Okay.
So like asterisk 00 and not. I hope this will work, because I have a not already in the query definition. Okay, SQL equals. Okay, so these profiles do have full date.
Look at that.
If you would put 4 zeros, that would remove just the ones with the year. The profiles with months would still appear.
Right,
so,
the April one. I thought there was one that just had April in it.
Yeah, but I don't see it on the. We have 35 profiles now, so let's extend the page.
There's a February one.
This is February 1.
Yeah.
Now this one with just 2 zeros will not display.
Right.
Yeah, it's 6 profiles less. So.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Can you throw that in the chat, or then we can?
Okay. Copy and paste it here.
There it is in large. So there's the SQL. Not, oh my goodness. Not default birth date as string like *00. Okay. That's very cool.
Yeah, with this you can do a lot of things. So we could first name is string. I should remove not. Okay. We can find all that have that have 2 A's in name.
2 A's. Oh yes.
For instance.
So Sarah,
Martha. Let's go with 3
A's. Banana. Anyone named Banana?
Oh, but we have Arabella.
Arabella. There we go. That's good. Very cool.
I also have a function that never mind.
Oh, you're just leave us hanging?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe next week.
For the patronym names, so you could get all Annas and so on.
Oh, palindromic names?
Palindrome, sorry, yeah, palindrome.
Oh,
names.
very cool. So Anna's and Ava. Eve. Now let's see, longer parent. Okay. Anyone here? Let's see. Is there anyone in the chat who has a palindromic name? I don't think so. No.
No, it's not that often.
It's not that often.
Especially once you leave the 3-letter names or 4-letter ones.
Well, if you didn't use the R, if I was just Geg, then I'd have a palindromic name.
I think I prepared once.
Hannah. Oh, that's a good one.
Once a list of all palindromes on WikiTree.
Oh,
neat.
neat.
Names and last names and so on.
Oh, that'd be very cool. And how many were there any that had a palindromic first name and a palindromic last name?
I don't know.
Oh, that would have been cool. Hannah
Where did I put those?
Oh.
Let me check.
There we go. Those were good questions, folks. Thanks, Trisha and Alan, for posing those. That was nice. And Bill, for your contribution there. Okay, so now we're going down a bit of a rabbit hole, but that's okay.
No, I don't think I have.
You don't find it here, okay?
Any longer, but
okay.
I do have somewhere a routine to prepare them. So for the palindrome day, I will probably prepare the report again.
Okay, very cool. Nice. So we're near the top of the clock. And you showed us at the very beginning there, one of the new things that you had added, the numbers of profiles. Are there some other changes that you've made that you want to show off?
Oh, I don't know. I have to check.
You have to check. I know. It's hard to. It's all a blur, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
what did I do when?
Okay. So, well, changes are usually listed here. So under the news, this is last week changes within last week, and in previous news are older changes that goes from a few weeks or a few months, the important ones. So usually you can have a look at this and it should be okay. Okay, I added 3 sizes. Okay, this is technical. I updated the 5-star profiles for the reports.
Okay. And what are 5-star profiles? How does a profile get 5 stars?
Well, it must have over 1,000 views from WikiTree logs on a when you are on a profile. So. There is some number somewhere that display how many times it was shown.
Oh, your own profile or any profile?
I think on any profile, but I'm not sure where it is. It should be somewhere.
So you can see how many people are creeping you. Let's see. Last chart.
But maybe this
page has been accessed on mine.
Okay, page has been accessed so 19,000 times. So this number must be over 1,000, I think.
Okay.
To qualify for 5 stars. And then we have from Google Analytics, we have a report of all pages that were displayed, viewed by more than 100 unique users.
Oh. Okay.
So both if both conditions are not met, you have 4 stars. But the 5th star is in combination with Google Analytics. So that means that the page was actually viewed by a lot of different people. not just you hitting the refresh.
Right. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So how can you tell how many stars your own page has?
You can, or you can search for yourself on WikiTree Plus. So.
Oh.
So I am here, and I do have 5 stars.
Oh, right there. I don't think I noticed that before, or I didn't pay attention to what that meant. 5 stars. Okay. So now everyone in the chat is going to check to see how many stars they have. And I'm
here I also, here in connected sections, I do display the stars and how many views were achieved on by according to WikiTree servers. Maybe I should increase this number, since now the pages are getting colder and those numbers are. And this is last. So 5 stars one, 5 star ones also have this. So this was the biggest number of views in a single year, I think.
The 7,000. And is that you?
Yeah.
Is that your profile? Yeah.
I am popular.
Not surprisingly. Yeah. Of course.
I do have a lot of inbound links to my page, so
yeah. Here we go. It looks like I have.
Actually, the 5th star is a bit hard to chew, but
well, I was thinking it had to be a notable or something like that.
Well, we don't explicitly limit it to being notable, but unless you are, it's unlikely a profile would get so much traffic from different users.
Now, interestingly, the stars are not showing up on my Mac. They just are little rectangle, unknown character.
Why are you using Mac?
Why am I using a Mac? Well, okay, that's another podcast for another LiveCast for another time. Maybe it just.
You don't see the stars
because this is just refreshing the page to see.
I'm using a font that provides these stars, but apparently Mac is not. You don't have that font with those stars on Mac.
So you're not just using a star emoji or the HTML entity.
Well, it's if I inspect this.
See, I can see all the icons in the first row, the WikiTree ID column.
Yeah, those are images, but
because those are images, right? Of course. And the same with the locks. I see those, but I just see either orange or black rectangles in the connected public tree. How many views? That sort of thing.
So I now. Do you see here the stars?
Nope. I see.
Also not. No. On video, you see them in the stream.
On the stream, yeah. When you're sharing your screen, I can see from your screen that you've got stars, but what you put in the chat and what shows up there just shows up as rectangles. Yeah.
So you okay? Mac.
Sorry. We thought it was just a rabbit hole, but we found something else for Aleš. Oh well, sorry about that.
Okay. I'm using question marks. Yeah. Okay. I assumed these stars were visible to everyone.
Sorry,
I can't test this.
Does anyone else? Oh, Debbie's seeing question marks. Okay.
And Debbie, you have also Mac.
Oh, and Yoka says she has the same issue, but she's got a PC. She's not a Mac, so it's not just a Mac thing. I guess it's just what fonts installed. I mean, we can see there's definitely stars on your screen. Interesting. Okay.
Inspect.
Well, welcome, Chico from Vegas. But I think we're going to leave with Aleš pondering that problem of the missing stars.
Well, it works for me, so
I know. So
I don't have a problem with that.
It's like when I add a new feature to the fan chart. It works for me. I don't know what's the problem. Yeah.
Segue UI symbol. Okay, so Meg doesn't have this font. I'll see if I can find a replacement for that.
Okay, there we go.
Well, nobody told me that it doesn't work.
Well, you know what? I didn't even think to look across before, and you just it just sort of came up. So
okay,
there's so many pieces to WikiTree Plus that it's impossible to see it all at once.
Can you show WikiTree Plus on your computer?
Yeah, I've got it open right now.
So I see what else is not working.
Oh, what else is not working yet? I don't even know if it's not working. There we go. So I just did a search, being the egotist that I am. There we go. Search for myself to see how many stars I got. So there I am. And there we have it. So I've got 5 orange rectangles. That's me right over there.
And you have one black one on another one.
Yeah. So then this one only has 2.
Okay. So I'll have to find another font.
But it looks like all the other places.
Yeah, those are actual images.
Because they're images.
It doesn't matter if you are using Mac.
Anyways, thanks for coming out, everyone, and joining us for another session of Ask Aleš. We'll be back in October, probably on the Wednesday, not the Tuesday.
Surely on the Wednesday.
It should be on the Wednesday. Should be on the Wednesday. So thanks again, Aleš. That was a great hour. That went by really fast, and we learned lots of neat new tricks from you. So thanks.
Bye.
And let me just find our closing theme, and I'll play out. And there we go. Ciao.